Peggy Carter is back, or at least a copycat is. We also got Agent Sosa back after last being seen in the season 2 finale of Agent Carter. So to start off, the gang jumped forward in time to the 50s with more awkwardness for the POC characters, and visited one of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s most famous bases, Area 51. This leads to Coulson and Simmons impersonating S.H.I.E.L.D. officers and one by the name of Peggy Carter. It was great, and I thought it was a clever way for them to infiltrate early S.H.I.E.L.D. and search for the Chronicons. I also think it was creative to use the legacy of Peggy Carter and her mere presence to get their way in. I think it shows how powerful and how influential the character of Peggy Carter was after the success of her show in the timeline. As for Mac, May, Yo-Yo, and Deke, having them go up against an official was great as it's the 1950s, so things are a bit off. And Deke having to use his stupid white privilege actually did prove to be useful. The race between May and Yo-Yo to track down the Chronicons was great. Both characters are clearly having some internal struggles with tracking things down, but they managed to work well with each other by the end of the day. Agent Sosa being brought back and aged up was fantastic. I actually missed his character because he is really spot on, but when he thought that he was going to meet Peggy, like he's just grooming his hair and stuff, I thought it was some great touch, and he clearly enjoyed being back in the role. When he was on screen with Simmons and Daisy, I was all smiles as well, as the back and forth reminded me very much of the back and forth between his character and Peggy Carter. The chemistry is there, and it's a great part of S.H.I.E.L.D. history. With the end of the episode, however, featuring Coulson being knocked out from the EMP, I can't wait to see how they get out of this, and if Agent Sosa ends up helping them. But I do hope that we keep this formula of 2 episodes per time period, but we will see, because I think it gives the show a real chance to settle down enough to get the vibe of it and to do like a mini arc within each timeline, but it didn't get dragged down too much. A phenomenal episode with great highlights. This episode was a 10 out of 10 for me, but let me know your thoughts down below.